And welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Gutsununi, and that means that she's happy in the Oneida language. And in this video, we're going to talk about 10 eyeshadow palettes that I want to use more this fall, and that to me just scream fall. Some of them a little bit more grungy tones, some of them have different color stories. So be sure to check out my friend Sonia, as we're doing a collab video. So I'm so excited to see what palette she picked. Hopefully maybe some of them are the same, maybe some of them are different. Yes, so stay tuned for the rest of the video. I have a little bit of indie, a little bit of mainstream. I'm just gonna start on the top of my pile. So this one came out last fall time. It's the Beaut and Shroud Cosmetics freaking Bats palette. I just got this in March, so I only used it for my video because I forgot I had it. But it's so nice, and it screams to me like spooky fall vibes with the bats, and I really love the look that I created with this. So I definitely want to bring this back out and use it some more, and maybe play with those greens. This is me in a nutshell, like this neutral look, but I'm like, hey girl, we're gonna challenge ourselves, we're gonna push ourselves to try some greens. So that's the first palette that I think has such a fall color story. So exciting. The second one, and I don't know, maybe it's to me because like they have pops of greens and purples, but it's the City Grace and I filmed this before we found out of Mel's passing, and I just want to say my thoughts are with her and her family and the beauty community as we grieve this beautiful soul. Tiny marvels. So even just the cover artwork reminded me of like spooky, like creature-esque. So this to me, like I got my nice warm tones, but I also have a little bit of purple and a little bit of peachy pinks, and the shimmers on this, the quality, 10 out of 10. A little pop of gold. I think that this palette is fall in a nutshell, if you ask me. Second palette, I think, screams fall pal vibes, but the res card wants to stop me from talking. Third palette, so I'm going indie. This one is the Nomad Fire and Ice palette. Pops of colors and the greens and the blues, that just like to me is like fall time. And some greens, and I think of leaves, and I think of the water, and I think of, you know, so much beautiful things. So this palette is definitely one that comes to mind when I think of fall color stories. And I know Nomad came out with a new palette this holiday. Hopefully, you know, we can check it out. I'm trying to go on a low buy, so I might go for Christmas or for Black Friday, but we'll see. This one technically isn't like a palette, it's like 5 singles, but it's by Karity Cosmetics, and I got this from a friend, and I just think this color story screams fall in terms of like that bright orange, like a gold shimmer, like the, yeah. So definitely want to do a look, and I want to come back. Maybe I'll do each palette, do a video for that. And then Melt Cosmetics. Oh, I actually have 2 in here by Melt. I have Melt Gemini. So this one to me just screams fall because it's like got greens and browns and a little bit of golds. To me, like leaves and like that's fall, calls fall to me. But then on the other side, there is some warm berry tones. So the Melt She's in Parties, that's another one that I think is really nice and really, you know, romantic for fall time. Color story could be similar to the new ND Retro, so I want to compare those two, see if, you know, are they both neat in my collection. But right now, those definitely speak fall to me. So that's 6. So I have 4 left, and actually just 2 brands left. I have 2 palettes from each brand. Let me go with, so we're working our way up. We hit like, well, I guess Nabla's a little bit more indie than Melt, but anyways. So I got Nabla Cosmetics. I got the 6-pen Cutie palette in Wildberry. So these berry tones speak fall to me. I think, yeah, I'm totally into the berries and the deep, rich colors. So that's what we have here in this palette. So that's another one that is on my list of 10 fall palettes. And I'm gonna be cheating by having a lot of the same brands, but I tried to diversify it a bit and try to do a little bit of indie and a little bit of mainstream. So the second Nabla palette I have is the Secret palette. So I really like the look that I was able to create with this, but I want to dig in and create more. But to me, this says fall. Like, you got your yellow tones, you got your greens, you got your browns, you got a little bit of berries. Like, they look a little more saturated in real life, but than through the camera. But yes, the Secret palette has a wonderful color story for fall, in my humble opinion. The last brand is one of my favorites, and maybe you'll guess. So I have one of the midi palettes. So this is the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette, and so I think I did rearrange this so it's like all the mattes on the top and then the shimmers on the bottom. So to me, like, it's like these colors over here and then the yellow and the they all like say fall to me because I think of all the different leaves. So I'm excited to bring that back out and play with it some more. And just looking at it again, this nice shade Morgan and the brown, I'm excited. So I think that was number 9. Let me recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that was 9. Okay, so this one will be an honorable mention because I feel like they're companion palettes. So this is the Natasha Nona Sunset palette. So this one also is like a companion. The color stories are similar. So using whatever one you have, right? Like, maybe you don't have either, or maybe you don't have, like, you're thinking about getting one. Like, they both have similar vibes. This one I would say is a bit more brighter, but this one also has some bright parts too. But the shimmers are really nice. So yeah, either one of these, if you have them, dust them out. I think playing with them for fall could be something really fun to do. So then the last one, and it kind of goes back. I went through a roller coaster of color tones. So this one also screams fall to me. It came out last holiday. It is the Natasha Denona Trichrome. I don't know, Trichrome, whatever you want to say. But these greens and purples and even this kind of like more mustardy shade, this says fall to me. So I'm excited to pull this back out and use these. Let me know if you want to see some looks using these palettes. Let me know if you have any of the same palettes. If you think that their color story screams fall, in the comments, what palette you think I should do some looks with. If there's any looks in particular that you want to know about. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Nagila.